Dating apps have transformed the way people approach and perceive relationships worldwide. Starting from the US and Europe, the phenomena has reached the shores of developing countries where the sensibilities around dating and relationships used to be different from their Western counterparts. A data analytics study from data.ai reveals that consumer spending and the time spent on dating apps have been increasing every year since 2019. In 2022, people from all over the world spent an average $5.9 per user and 10 billion human hours on dating apps. The same report points that India is the fifth fastest growing dating app market in the world. In 2022, Indians spent around $9.9 million in dating apps. A 2021 report reveals that Tinder had 40 million users in India, while another international dating app, Bumble, had an average of 13,500 daily downloads in 2022. Other dating apps like Hinge and OkCupid also enjoy a sizable number of users in the country. However, most of these international apps have been an urban phenomena in India, only brushing the edges of its Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. Part of the reason for this alienation is how relationships are perceived in most parts of India, coupled with the language barrier. Nevertheless, love knows no barriers.
Tinder and Bumble, as I said, they are global players, and their product will be aligned to something which suits a very global audience, if you see that way. If you really want to understand what a tier 2 user wants, he wants to make friends. He's not looking to date per se. If the date comes by, well and good for them. But they never had an interaction with the opposite gender till now. So they are coming online to have an interaction or say hi to someone of the opposite gender first. So being online and being able to interact with them is the first big thing for them instead of going on a date. So solving that basic problem is what we are trying to do.
Today, Indian apps like Quack Quack, Isle, and Truly Madly dominate the category in India's non-metros. Quack Quack, launched in 2010, has 23 million users now. According to founder Ravi Mittal, in the past 2 years alone, 10 million people joined the platform. It's now witnessing 1 million new joiners every 3 months. The subscription-based revenue model of Quack Quack converts 5 to 7% of its users into subscribers. So, which part of India are the users coming from?
In terms of demography, what we have seen is post-pandemic. I think I would call it pre-pandemic and post-pandemic. Pre-pandemic, a lot of people used to come from metros. Almost 60 to 70% of the signups were coming from places like Bombay, Delhi, Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, Kolkata. But post-pandemic, we are seeing almost 70% of users are coming from Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities on our app. So these are people from small towns and villages also, very remote villages as well, which is very astonishing for us to see that the penetration of dating is going into very small places. Like even from Northeast, we get a lot of people. We get a lot of people from Jammu and even from the heartlands of Uttar Pradesh. So that is one observation what we have seen.
Another Indian dating app, Truly Madly, offers features like personality and astrological compatibility to its subscribers. Currently, Truly Madly has 12.5 million registered users in India, with 43% of users from Tier 1 and Tier 2 cities. The platform emphasizes on relationships that lead to marriage and focuses on certain features to match the Indian context.
Most of the current dating apps which were available on the net, they were made for the West and they were just being marketed here in India, right? We wanted to create a solution which caters to Indian set of problems and Indian set of users. So for example, we created our whole compatibility assessment tool with some of top psychologists and psychometricians of India, catering to the Indian context of a perfect match.
These platforms allow users to communicate in regional languages. India dating app Isle has introduced two vernacular apps, Arike and Anbe, for Malayalam and Tamil speaking users respectively. It reported crossing 10 million user milestone last year, with a significant number of users outside the metro cities. Unlike the US-based apps, the Indian platforms take a different approach when it comes to built-in features and the idea of relationships itself. Most of these Indian dating apps have positioned themselves between a casual dating site and a traditional matrimonial site to win the hearts of users in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.